So I'm going to show you how to add an image to text in Photopea, just like you see here. So we go up to photopea.com, Photopea.com. So the first thing we're going to do, let's click this off here. The first thing we're going to do is go File, New, and let's keep this the same, width 1280, 720, and then DPI 72. I want the background to be transparent. Let's hit Create. Now I want to add some text. So I click on the text tool or type tool here, and then I go up to here and select a font. Now I want a font that's fairly blocky, very thick. I don't want something that's got like very thin lettering. I picked this one here before, this Erica 1, and that looks pretty good. So let's select that. And then I want to change the size of the font. Now you'll notice here, up here, where if you pull this arrow down, I had selected 250 before, but if you slide this back and forth, the largest, the biggest you can go is 150 pixels. However, you can actually change that. If you click in there, you can actually change it to whatever size you want. I'm going to select 250 pixels. And then click on the center here. And with caps on, I'm going to type in Made in USA. Now, I've already predefined these dimensions, but let me show you how you can change this. If you go ahead and select the text here after you've typed it. Over here with this character tool, you click on this. Now here is where the size is, of course, 250 I chose. Tracking, what this allows you to do is to actually change the space in between the lettering. Leading, this allows you to change the space between the lines. And of course, also when you click the arrow, you go down, it only lets you go to 100 pixels. So you can change that also, go to 250 with that. Let's go to 300. Let's go 350. You can just change it to your own liking. I think that's probably where I was at. That looks pretty good. And you can change this here, which is the height of the text itself. That looks pretty good right there. So just play around with this and just, whatever looks good to you. So I should have also mentioned this before, that the text, I want it to be black. And so now I've got my text exactly how I like it. So now I'm going to drop my image on. So I take my image and drop it on here. And then I want to resize this so that this flag actually covers all the lettering. So I can take and resize this. Whoops, I don't want to rotate it. And that looks pretty good. It's not critical because I can change it later on. And then go up here to the check mark and confirm. Boom, you're done. Now you'll notice when I drop this on here, it created a new layer. So if I right click on that image layer and left click on clipping mask, and you'll see it puts this down arrow next to it. And it actually took away everything except the font. So you'll notice there's some blue sky here that I need to actually resize this. So if I click on the image layer, and then I go to Edit, Free Transform, I can actually still move this around and make it bigger or smaller. I can click and drag like that. Let's make it a little bit smaller. I've got some blue sky down there on that too, so just play around with it depending on what font or whatever graphic you use. I want to actually make that a little bit bigger because I want some of the red in the M. There we go. That actually looks pretty good. Then click on the check mark. Now to add more pop to it, if I right click on the text layer, left click on blending options, I go here to stroke, and then I can add a stroke to it that'll just make it pop. I think actually 6 looks pretty good. Actually, no, 5. Actually, that looks pretty good right there. And then click OK. And there it is. So that's how you add an image to text in Photopea.